Hey everyone, my name is Nil Patel and this is my chat room project for Summer IT 114. Let's get into it. So as shown on the screen right here that all three of our clients are connected to port 3000 and our host is going to be our local network. Let's connect. The first client is going to be Nil1. Our second one is going to be Nil2. Right, and the last one is going to be Nil3. Right. Alright, so as we can see, all of the clients have been connected. Alright, there we go. So by using the by using the server and client side code, we can send a message and get replies. As you can see, if we send a message from Nil1, it's going to appear on all three, on Nil2, and Nil3. Alright. So as we can see, the messages are going through and the chat room is working perfectly. We're able to get messages from each client. Next, we're going to take a look into the flip functionality that we have implemented in the chat room as well. So if we do backslash flip, it's going to output us that you flipped the coin and either give us a heads or tails. So Nil1 got heads. See what Nil2 gets. Nil2 got tails, and Nil3 will get heads again. Alright. And then another functionality that we also implemented is the roll. So if we do the same thing and type in roll, it's going to roll a dice and give us a number between 1 through 6. Alright, we got a 5, got a 6, and a 4. So let's get into the code part of this. Right here. So the first part let's take a look at flip first. Alright. So the case flip shows that when the client does a slash flip, it goes into the switch statement command and sends a message stating that who typed the message. So it sends a message stating who typed the message, which is the client, and then it would in bold statement put flip the coin and got, and then using the if or else statement, it would decide whether it's a heads or tails using math random is greater than 5, it would do heads, or else if it's less than, then it would give you tails. And then have the same thing right here. Same thing. For case roll, it would be just using a new random object that gives you a random number from 1 to 6 because it's bound to 6. And then the output would state who sent the message, being the client name, and then the output rolled followed by the random number we got from 1 to 6. Alright, let's get back to here. Another function implemented is turning the message into bold. If we type in asterisk twice and then a message and then asterisk twice again, it would output the entire message in bold. Let's try this. Alright. Another function that we have is if we use double dashes and then type in a message, just say hey again, it would italicize it. And then the last one would be two underscores and then the same message, it would underline it. We can also do the same thing for changing colors as well. We have hashtag or hashtag, and then we can say hey. Alright. And then it would turn the message into red. The same thing would be oh, it would be blue. And then if we go right here and go with G, oh, messed that one up. G, and then it would be green. So how did we get these to work? Let's take a look back at the code. The code was right here. Alright. So by using the hash map, we can do double asterisks for bold, double dashes for italics, and then double underscores for underline, and then the colors using hashtag, and then the letter hashtag right after. So that's where these converters and the keys come in, what the value for them are. And then right under it, what we're basically saying is the code under it is used to separate them, so if there is double of any format, for example asterisks or dashes, before and after the whole message, it would turn into the function it is used for. Alright. Jump right back to here. Another cool part is that we can use multiple of the functions at the same time. Let's say if we want to do dash dash underscore underscore and then put hey. Same thing again. Sent it. There we go. It's italic and has underline. Let's see if we want to do asterisk, underline, hey. It would be bold and underlined. And then we can also do, let's say we want to do all three of them. There we go. So all three of the functions are working combinedly. Alright, what else? Another function that is also implemented is the whisper method. So if we were to, let's say Nil1 wants to send a message to Nil3 without Nil2 knowing, what we could do is at Nil2 say hey, and as we can see, only Nil2 gets the message, but Nil3 didn't receive it. And then let's say, but if Nil2 replies without the at sign, everyone gets the message. The function will only work if we use the at and then put the name of the client you want to send the message to. And then for this code, let's show you where it was implemented. It was, okay, right here. So the code basically saying that, was it this? Yes. Yeah. So the code is basically saying that if the message starts with an at, which is recognized as a command that we use, we split the message so that we have the at, and then we use the message into a list. So we can get the whole message instead of just a part of it. And then at the bottom of the code, we have the message joined, which joins all the strings together. And then the if statement is so the being tagged will get the client name. So so like in the example, it would be Nil3 who was being tagged. No, Nil2, I think. Was it Nil2? Yeah, Nil2 was the one being tagged. And then since Nil2 was being tagged, it would just take that and then the message which had a list, and then it would join it, and then the being tagged would get the client's name, and the message would only be sent to the sender so they could see what they sent, and it would also be seen by the client that was being tagged. So we just want two of the people to see it, but not all three clients. Alright. And then let's see what else. We also have the function and the ability to mute and unmute people. So if I were go to Nil3 and then slash mute, say mute Nil2. So since I muted Nil2, this will show everyone that Nil3 has muted Nil2. And if I sent a hello from Nil3, everyone should get it. But if Nil2 were to send the same message, it wouldn't show up on Nil3. It would only show up on 1 and 2. And then if you want to unmute them, all you have to do is same thing, backslash unmute Nil2. And then if I do it now from Nil2, everyone should get the message. And everyone's able to see it. Perfect. For this part of the code, so let's see it from the beginning actually. Okay. We have a list made. What was it? Okay, right here. So basically, what it's saying is that slash mute would mm, um, the case mute would take over. This muted names would be added, so the com2 right there that we have, right, into the list of muted names, they would add com2 colon get client name of the client, which would basically, in our situation, would have been um, the com2 is the one who's being muted, which would have been nil2, and then the get client name would have been nil3, who is the one that was doing the muting. And then when they are placed in this, so right here, basically saying that if the muted names contains the sender name colon the client name, the message sent from client would be false. So they would not receive it basically. So the person who's being muted, if they sent a message, it would just become false, and the client who's muted that person would not receive it. Okay. And then same thing for unmute. It would just remove from the, so it would just get the message as in the client unmuted com2, which was the muted person. So it would just remove their name from muted names list. And and then let's get back here. Another one of the functions that we also added was the export. So if you click the export button, it's supposed to save the chat history into one of the text files. Say if I export right here, oh, right here, Y, export. That is not supposed to be happening. I don't know, it's just adding a line. Shouldn't do that, it should be working. Not sure why that's happening, but I will get back to you on that part. Alright, so what else do we have? Okay, so all the functionalities that we used and implemented are the bold, the italics, the underlining, the different colors we implemented, also flipping a coin, rolling a dice, and then we have the mute, unmute, and then one of the last things that we also have is the different rooms that you could go into. So if you just go right here, let's say in no one, we want to go and create a new room. So we just say, mm, say IT 1, 114. Okay. So search, and then we'll just join that room. Right, and then we'll just go right here, search IT 114, also join it. Is that not working? Let's see. Oh, did work. Just had to go back. Alright, and then we could also have Nil 2 join it as well. IT14, search, join. And as we can see, all three of them have connected to their new room, and they could do all the same stuff as they did in the other rooms. Let's say, yep, all good. Well, that was it, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.